Okay, let us derive formula for length of the arc. If we want to measure the length of any arc, what formula we should use? Let us derive that. Suppose we have arc length. Suppose we have arc like this and we wish to measure its length from A to B. The derivation will go like this. This is 90 degree. From point P x comma y to point Q. Let this distance be delta x. Let this distance be delta y. Change in x coordinate and change in y coordinate. Therefore, what will happen is distance, of course this q will be x plus delta x and y. Now, if this delta x is really small, then the curve length is this, which can be approximated, or which, I mean, in limiting case they are going to be equal. So what we can write down is distance pq, that is length of chord pq, is equal to radical delta x square plus delta y square, correct, which is equal to radical 1 plus delta y upon delta x bracket square. We have taken delta x common, so outside bracket it is del x. And now we can consider x tends to 0, so limit delta x tends to 0. What is going to happen if delta x tends to 0 limit? Then we are supposed to add all these small segments that we form, I mean making the curve rough. So you are supposed to add sigma x goes from A to B. Suppose this is A, this is B. That is what you have to keep adding those PQs that you have created. Radical 1 plus del y upon del x bracket square del x. This is going to be the total length of the curve AB, denoted by S. And we know this limit of sum as delta x tends to 0 is integral A to B radical 1 plus dy by dx bracket square dx. Keep adding those small segments and you will get the length of the curve. That is what is our formula. Of course, for that you need a function which is continuous between A and B. That is prerequisite. Understood? Any doubt, difficulty? You can ask. Let me write down the question. Find the length of arc of the curve. Y square is equal to x cube from the origin to the point 4, 8. Okay. So this is a semi-cubical parabola, and you will have two branches. One of them will be like this and another will be below, but we are asked to find out this is 4 comma 8 and this is 0 comma 0, the length of this arc. And the derivative, if you write that as a function, y is equal to plus or minus x raised to 3 by 2, that is what we are considering. Therefore dy by dx is equal to 3 by 2 x raised to half, correct? And our arc length formula S is equal to integral 0 to 4 inside bracket 1 plus 3 by 2 x bracket square, so 3 by 2 square x dx. And if you solve this, you get the answer 8 upon 27 inside bracket 10 root 10 minus 1. Next problem. Question 2. Find the length of the curve y is equal to log e raised to x minus 1 upon e raised to x plus 1 from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 2. Quickly let me write down. It is y is equal to log e raised to x minus 1 minus log e raised to x plus 1. dy by dx is equal to e raised to x upon e raised to x minus 1 minus e raised to x upon e raised to x plus 1. Therefore, s is equal to integral 1 to 2. Now, orally, if we do this, simplify this, then what will happen is I'll get something like this: e raised to 4x minus 2 e raised to 2x plus 1 plus 4 e raised to 2x upon e raised to 2x minus 1 bracket square whole bracket raised to 1 half dx. That is what you will get applying the formula for length of the curve, which is equal to integral 1 to 2 e raised to 2x plus 1 upon e raised to 2x minus 1 dx, which is equal to integral 1 to 2 e raised to x plus e raised to minus x upon minus e raised to minus x dx. Answer of this is log e raised to x minus e raised to minus x, because derivative of denominator is numerator. We evaluated between 1 to 2 log e plus 1 upon e, or log e square plus 1 minus 1. That is your answer. Okay, next. 45%, 50%. Find the perimeter of the loop of the curve. Nine ay square is equal to x minus 2a x minus 5a bracket square. Correct. Now, something similar curve was there for our revolution yesterday, and the nature of that, if you really look at it, something like this. Okay, so if you throw this 9a to the other side, we get y square is equal to x minus 2a x minus 5a bracket square upon 9a. Now, if x is between 2a to 5a, 2a to 5a, now if x cannot be to the left of 2a, otherwise it will be negative y square, we will have problem. So y is equal to x minus 2a root x minus 5a upon 3 root a. Now, there are two plus or minus I have to write. So either it is this curve you are talking about. Now this curve negative sign, because if x is between 2a to 5a, then this term is negative, this term is positive, and therefore if you are looking for this curve upward to the x-axis to start with, then we have to give minus sign here. That is the curve we are talking about, and we will find the arc length of this part and make it 2 times. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to minus radical x minus 2a plus x minus 5a upon 2 times radical x minus 2a divided by 3 root a. If we simplify this, we get minus x minus 3a upon 2 root a radical x minus 2a, and hence what we are supposed to do is find length of the arc s is equal to 2 times integral 2a to 5a, applying formula root of 1 plus x minus 3a bracket square upon 4a into x minus 2 dx. This is the integral that we are supposed to solve, which after simplification comes out to be equal to x integral 2a to 5a x minus a divided by 2 root a radical x minus 2a dx, which you can convert it as 1 upon root a integral 2a to 5a x minus 2a plus a upon radical x minus 2a dx, which is equal to 1 upon root a inside bracket 2 by 3 x minus 2a raised to 2 by 3 plus 2a radical x minus 2a to be integrated, to be evaluated between 2a to 5a. And if you solve this, you get 4 root 3. That is what is your answer. Okay, next quick question, easy. Find length of the circle. X square plus y square is equal to a square. Using definite integral, arc length formula, find the length of the circle. A cos theta, y is equal to a sin theta, and therefore dy by dx is equal to minus cot theta. So length 4 times s is equal to 4 times integral. If you want to go into theta business, then minus, check whether this is correct, minus pi by 2 to 0 minus radical 1 plus cot square theta into a sin theta d theta, that is the arc, which is equal to a integral 0 to pi by 2 radical 1 plus cot square theta sin theta d theta, which is equal to 4 राहिला का बाहेर, 4 a integral 0 to pi by 2 cosec theta sin theta d theta, which is equal to 4a integral 0 to pi by 2 d theta, which is equal to 4a pi by 2 equal to 2 pi a. Easy. Okay. So up to this, now let us do little better and complicated curve. You might have done this in your physics. Not happening. Happening. Okay. I have a circle and I should copy paste the circle. Copy, paste. Okay. And got it. I have x-axis, I have y-axis. Understand the situation first and then you can solve the problem. I have two circles with, maybe this is the first fixed circle with a diameter a. That means radius of this circle, let us consider a by 2. Exactly same diameter circle, a by 2 is going to slide without slipping, and what we are supposed to trace is this point of contact in the initial stage. How, when this circle goes onto the other side, this is fixed circle, this is rolling circle. So this green point, once it goes this way, the green point is going to be the other side here, and then after completing a rotation it will, so it is going to, the locus of green point is going to be like this. and because of this shape it is called cardioid. Cardioid. Okay, the upper half looks good, bottom does not, but anyway it is difficult with the tablet. So we wish to find out length of the cardioid, perimeter of the cardioid. Okay, so before that what we should do is we should first find out the equation of cardioid, then only we will be able to work on that. So I give you 5 minutes to find out the equation of cardioid. Find equation of cardioid. Setup is this, radius is a by 2. I mean, take radius a by 2 only. बघा जमतंय का नाही तर मी सांगतो. Let us first derive the equation of the cardioid. Now this is any position after some time is taken. So if the original point was here, now that point will go to this place. After actually the line joining centers is moved theta degree. This was origin, say for example this was origin, this is center A minus a by 2, this is a by 2 distance, and around this circle is rotating without slipping. Therefore after some time line joining center has moved anti-clockwise in theta direction. Okay, and now what we are supposed to find out is what is the distance of this point from this point. Okay, let us take this as a center, this as your origin 0, 0, and this is a by 2, and then after that a was this circle. So what we are interested in is after rotation of theta degrees, at what distance this point is. Is that correct? Is that the thing that we want to find out? Yes. No. Mistake. Not, this is not 0, 0. Undo. Undo, 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 undo. Is it happening? Undo, undo, undo. This is 0, 0. Okay. And now line joining center has moved theta degrees. That means this line is also at theta degree. Okay, now I am correct. This line is also theta degree because this is going to be isosceles trapezium. Maybe M1, M2, A, B, or M1, M2, BA is isosceles trapezium, and therefore this line is going to be parallel to this line, and hence this distance is going to be equal to, that is what R is, how much away from origin this point B is, that is our R, distance from origin, and how much angle it has rotated. So we will be basically finding the equation of the curve in R theta form. Theta is this. Now it is, what is the distance AB? That is what we want to find out. So that is why these two parallel lines are drawn. From here to here, the distance is a by 2. and from here to here, let us call this point C. So M1C is equal to A by 2 sine theta or A by 2 cos theta. That is M1C. And M1D, suppose D is a point of contact, then M1D is equal to A by 2. Therefore, distance CD is equal to A by 2 minus A by 2 cos theta, right? And distance CD is half of distance AB. Therefore, AB is equal to 2 times A by 2 minus A by 2 cos theta, which is A inside bracket 1 minus cos theta. This is R. So this is going to be your equation of cardioid. How much point is away from origin R depends on how much degrees through which line joining center has moved. Okay, so that is what is our starting point now, and but it is in R theta form. Have you understood this game? It is simple. If this is origin, then how much B is away from origin? Now when this circle will complete its first rotation up to this point, then exactly this distance, A distance, that point will be away. Theta will be 180. Theta will be, if we find out theta, if theta is equal to 0, we get R is equal to 0, correct. If theta is equal to 180 pi, then we get cos pi is minus 1, so 2 times A. Okay, so diameter is A, therefore this is 2 times A. So it is falling in place. This equation is correct. Only problem is that equation is in R theta. However, our curve length is integral A to B radical 1 minus 1 plus dy by dx bracket square dx. So two things you are supposed to do. Convert this S equation, which is Cartesian x comma y, into R theta, and then use this equation of cardioid to find out length of the curve. Now this is doable, so you should do it. Okay, on this whiteboard now I have got proof for the arc length, which we have derived in xy system, radical 1 plus dy by dx bracket square dx. So if we convert everything into polar r comma theta, we get the length of the arc looking like this from theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, so for our cardioid now we have R is equal to A1 minus cos theta is our formula. So dr by d theta, if we try to find out, it is A is a constant. So minus A cos theta I have to differentiate with respect to theta. So minus A sin theta, right? And that is all about it. Therefore, and theta, of course, I will do it from 0 to pi. Therefore, integral 0 to pi radical minus A sin theta, that is dr by d theta, bracket square plus r square, that is A square into 1 minus cos theta bracket square d theta. मायनस बरोबर चाललंय इज इक्वल टू, हे सिंप्लिफाय केलं तर काय येणार आहे आपल्याकडे, इंटिग्रल 0 टू पाय ए स्क्वेअर साइन स्क्वेअर थीटा प्लस ए स्क्वेअर कॉस स्क्वेअर थीटा minus 2a square cos theta. This is what is inside radical raised to half d theta, which is equal to a square sin square plus a square cos square is equal to 1, I mean a square. So in that a square becomes 2a square. 2a square common. So 2a square integral 0 to pi 1 minus त्याला सांगितलं जर लेक्चर चालू तरी परत पण 2a स्क्वेअर असं झालंय बरोबर चाललं नाही 2a स्क्वेअर प्लस a स्क्वेअर 2a स्क्वेअर minus 1 minus cos theta raised to half d theta is equal to 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2.
सर ते √2a असलं पाहिजे ना बाहेर
कुठे √2 असलं पाहिजे
√2a 2a स्क्वेअर 2a स्क्वेअरचा रूट
आणि a स्क्वेअर नको बाहेर रेस टू 1/2 आहे बरोबर बरोबर आहे आता सो √2a इंटिग्रल 0 to pi 2 sin theta by 2 d theta which is equal to minus 8a cos theta by 2 to be evaluated between 0 to pi which is equal to 8a. That is the length of your curve, 8a, length of cardioid. Okay, so the problem for earlier problem, the answer is 8a. Let us find out length of the cycloid. So what is cycloid? If you have a circle and a straight line, circle is moving along straight line without slipping, and suppose this is the point on the circle. If it completes one revolution and again the position comes here like this, circle, अरे वाह, फक्त कलर बदलला, राहू द्या, कलर तो चेंज. This point comes back to this normal case. Then what is the locus of that point? And you will find at the center it will be the opposite side of the diameter, and the locus is going to be something like this. This is cycloid. Okay, so I mean you are the diameter or the radius now is small a, radius of this circle. So find the equation of cycloid. And find the length. आता मात्र करा एवढं सगळं झालंय. Again you can find out the equation of cycloid parametric form. X is equal to something and y is equal. That is the hint. Parametric form. Okay. Let us consider one more position of circle. Now I will erase this because it is not going to be correct locus. And I will try to copy this circle and put it in another location. Let us have the intersecting. Okay. Now so this was our starting point. This is our ground, and what is the percentage? 56%. Okay. So the setup is like this. Now once you start moving and you are at this position, your locus of that point, I mean, you must have reached this point. Is it becoming exactly 45 degree? I don't want that to happen. And therefore, let me take them little closer. Okay. Now, this has moved, say, up to this point. Okay. Now, by symmetry, presently, if you consider this point and then this point, this is again going to be a isosceles trapezium. This is center. So for all practical purposes, the angles are going to be like this. This is 90 degree. Okay. And you have to focus on these distances now. From here to here. This point is important to us because earlier position of that point was this, now latest position of that point is this, so that is the representative point of cycloid. Therefore, if I drop perpendicular from here onto x-axis, this is our origin 0, 0. So this distance is x from here to here, and this distance is y from here to, and let us consider it has rotated through angle theta. Actually it is rotating like this, so this angle also will be equal to theta, right? And this distance is small a, therefore this distance is also small a. If you take this dotted line ahead, it will reach this point, and therefore this point is also important to us. Let us call this, I mean, this distance is x, this distance is y, but how much is this distance? This distance is a sine theta. Is that correct? And this is a sine theta. And a theta. A theta will be the length of the arc from here to here. It is a theta. See whether you understand. It has gone through theta degrees and the radius is a, therefore this distance is a theta and this distance is a sine theta, and this distance is going to be same as x. Therefore x is equal to a inside bracket theta minus sine theta. And now y, how much is y? Y is equal to radius is a minus a cos theta, which is equal to a inside bracket 1 minus a inside bracket 1 minus cos theta. That is what is your equation of cycloid. X is equal to a theta minus sin theta, y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta. Now having done this, will you do further calculations and get me the curve length? Now you are supposed to do three things now. Get me the curve length, get me the area under cycloid, three things. One, curve length. Two, area and 3 volume. Around x-axis. Any questions in this diagram you can ask. Okay, answer for curve length is 8a. Area is 3 pi a square. And volume is 5 pi square a cube. ठीक है. Now last problem for today. Is find the volume. Now we have a circle here. Okay, so radius of this circle is smaller. And this point, center of the circle, is capital R distance away from origin. This is origin. Now, if this circle, suppose that circle is a solid circle, if this circle is revolved around x-axis, you will get a tube, like cycle tube. Something like this, you will get a solid of revolution which will be like cycle tube. Find the volume of cycle tube. Is the problem clear? Tube radius is smaller and it is revolved around, center is r distance away from x-axis and the rotation is complete. Find the volume. We have to find out equation of upper semicircle and revolve it around x-axis. That will be the solid volume, and then we have to subtract the lower semicircle to get the exact volume of the two. So equation of upper semicircle, equation of x minus 0 bracket square plus y minus capital R bracket square is equal to r square is the equation of that circle. And if we simplify, we get r is equal to y is equal to capital R plus radical r square minus x square as equation of upper circle by expanding, simplifying, etc. Equation of lower circle, is going to be y is equal to capital R minus radical r square minus x square. You arrive at this and then you start using your formula for volume of revolution. Upper V upper is equal to integral minus r to r pi y square, which is r square plus r square minus x square plus 2 capital R radical r square minus x square dx. Then volume of lower is going to be integral minus r to r pi into r square plus r square minus x square minus 2r radical r square minus x square dx. So required volume is Vu minus Vr. V is Vu minus VL, which is equal to, now if you subtract, majority of the things get subtracted, minus R to R pi into 4 into R into radical R square minus X square dx. And hence if you solve this, you get 4 pi capital R inside bracket x by 2 radical R square minus X square plus R square by 2 sine inverse X by R to be evaluated from minus R to R. If you do that, you get 4 pi R inside bracket R square by 2 pi by 2 plus R square by 2 pi by 2, which makes it 2 pi square R square. And it is actually 2 pi capital R into pi R square. So this you can say that if the circular tube this is circular cross section, it's cut at one point and made it straight, something like this, and then measure the volume of this cylinder, then it is one and the same. That is what is coming here. Area of this circle is pi R square and this total length is 2 pi R. So area of this cylinder once made straight is exactly same as volume of revolution, 2 pi square capital R square, one and the same. Have you understood what I am trying to say here? A tire tube is cut at one place and made it straight. That is how
VU minus PL का केलं
काय VU minus VL करावं लागणार ना, नाहीतर फक्त U रिव्हॉल्व केला तर सॉलिड तयार होणार, ज्याच्या ओरिजिन पण आतमध्ये जाणार. त्याच्या आपल्याला इथे हवा मोकळी येईल, इथे सॉलिड नाहीये. इट इज अ ट्यूब ऑफ अ सायकल टायर.
ओके सर.